You're listening to the Pursuing Alpha podcast, hosted by Charles Brandon Snyder.
Unpack that?
So I like to give visual examples because I think that helps us best understand sometimes what can be complicated financial products, right? And I think that the great visual product or the great visual example is when you buy a house, you have to get homeowners insurance. Why do you get homeowners insurance? Well, to protect yourself in the very rare but possible instance where a fire will burn the entire house down and now your house is worthless.
Right.
And so what does an insurance product do? A homeowner's insurance product? It will pay to replace the value of what has burnt down. And if you think about title carries a similar type of impact on a home. And so if you buy a house from someone who says that they're the owner of it, and you give them $200,000, $500,000, whatever that sales price is, and they in turn give you title to their home, you hope that they were the actual owner of that home. You hope that some guy some uncle doesn't come out of the woods 6 months after you buy the house and go, oh, by the way, he wasn't the owner. I'm the owner of the home. And that $500,000 that he's got, you owe me.
Right.
I mean, that would be absolutely catastrophic.
It's a problem that exists that we don't even know we need, but it's there because it's so efficient in the way that we buy real estate today.
Yep.
So, and I'm going to pack that a little bit more. I've kind of reiterate what you just said, but it really comes down to what you're doing is making sure that nobody else owns it, whether it's a bank in a foreclosure, whether it's a previous owner, whether it was set in a trust, and it's,
a divorce issue. You took out a car loan against your house.
1,000 different things inside there. But this is looking back to the inception of the time of that house.
Yep.
So some of these things could go back 100 years. And we had another guy on, which is John Michael, which was a landman in the mineral side, where they have to trace it back 150 years sometimes in minerals, right? On like who owned the land. It's the same thing for housing is what you're getting to.
Yeah, and I think, again, I like to get all the way down to the bare bones, and I have this phrase a lot I use, which is follow the cash, right? If you're evaluating any kind of business opportunity and it looks really intriguing and it looks kind of interesting, I go, follow the dollar bill, like literally trace where the dollars are going and where the dollars are coming from. And if you can create a trace of where the dollars are coming from and where they're going, you can begin to get ideas. Does this industry, does this business, does this product, does it have viability? And here's what I mean by all of that. And that is, one of the bedrocks of our entire economy and country is the sovereignty of land ownership and title. That's quite frankly what maybe makes the United States of America one of the most attractive, stable countries, economies, investable places in the world. And that is, there is a traceable, trackable, titled ownership history that people can rely upon. Now, if I went over to another foreign country, pick it out, and I plopped down $1 million for land, I might get title today, but would I be a little nervous?
Oh, of course.
That's gone tomorrow. That's not the case here. Why? Because there has been, decades of titled ownership, security of it. And now, you understand the financial markets, they've created a financial product that is further protected the risk of capital that wants to invest in it. So now let's go into it. Where does capital want to go? Capital wants to go into investable assets that have security in the long term. A 30-year home mortgage is one of the most attractive asset classes in the world. How many dollars are in the 30-year mortgage markets?
Oh,
how many trillions?
Trillions.
Absolutely.
MBS is one of the biggest products in the world.
Okay,
right?
so would trillions of dollars be attracted to this asset class of real estate if there wasn't some type of insurance product to give them assurance that if some Joe Schmo down in Texas County doesn't know how to track title correctly, they wouldn't invest the money there. Sure. The capital would be cut off immediately.
Right.
And so one of the things that I do love about the title industry is that, yes, like a lot of other industries, we have matured. The default rate on title is, quite frankly, really, really low. There's some people who could argue that there is so low default on an actual title policy mistake that do we still need the title industry? The data is so good. It's digitized, so on and so forth. And that argument is possible. Like, hey, we've perfected the title process. We know that this is good title or not. But I think you understand the risk appetite for people that are committing hundreds of billions of dollars is like, we don't care. We want an insurance product.